Welcome back, folks. Today we are here at the range playing with some 300 Blackout. 5 different cast loads we're going to play with. We're going to be checking them on the chronograph and shooting for groups. I've got a couple different bullets, a couple different charge weights to test. So stick with me and let's get at it. First up is our old go-to 12 grains of Shooter's World heavy pistol with the Lee 312155-2R. So let's check our velocity and accuracy and kind of use this as a control, and we'll go from there. So let's do it.
1,554. 1,508. 1,508. 1,511. 1,505. 1,497. 1,501. 1,491. 1,523. 1,504.
So here's our first 10 shots with our somewhat of a control group. 12 grains of Shooter's World heavy pistol there. Aiming dead center. Quite a horizontal dispersion, but that's why we're looking for a different load. So on to our next one, the 312160 with 14.5 grains of 4227. Next, we have the Lee 312160. Shout out to Booze and Bullets for hooking me up with those. We have 14 grains of 4227.
1,757. 1,471. 1,503. 1,737. 1,625. 1,458. 1,534. 1,713.
All right, so this is quite an odd group here. I'm only counting 8 or 9 shots, depending if there's 3 in this one or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe a 9th one here. I don't know. Maybe there's one right over here. That's very interesting. We did have some weird numbers on the chronograph and a couple that were way out of the velocity range of the others. So maybe those didn't quite end up so well. Next up is the ideal, something about 190 grains, and I can only get 5 in the magazine without it jamming up, so we'll do 5 at a time.
1,440. 1,054. 1,446. 1,453. 1,468.
All right, well, these are looking pretty good for the first 5. Pretty consistent on the chronograph, so let's get back and try the next 5 of them.
1,455. 1,446. 1,460. 1,451. 1,457. 1,462.
Alrighty, so there's actually 11 shots at 25 yards. Pretty good here. I'm sure I pulled a couple, but also I didn't realize there were 11, so I re-racked that one, and maybe driving it through the gun again and hitting the feed ramp might have caused this one here. Hard telling, who knows? But anyways, on to our next group here. Lee 312155 with 14.5 grains of 4227. Let's do it. Next up, we are back with the 155 grain Lee, this time with 14.5 grains of 4227.
1566, 1581, 1520, 1513, 1506, 1502, 1479, 1508, 1506, 1526.
So there's our 14.5 grain charge. Here's our brass. Pretty clean burn, no excessive pressure there on our primers. Let's go and check out our target. All right, folks, just like last time this charge, we tried it. Nice grouping right here. That's 10 shots. Very nice. We also had some pretty good numbers on the chronograph. Not excellent, but not as bad as we've seen either. So let's get on to our last charge of the day. I'm not expecting this to be great, but let's do it anyways. Here we are for our fifth group. This is the modified Lee 309230. These are about 225-ish grains. Let's give it a shot.
1250, 1251, 1265, 1248, 1263, 1256, 1264, 1259, 1251, 1251.
Brass is looking good. Let's go check out our target. So yeah, these are definitely better than we've seen before, but still not impressive and still not stable at about 1250 feet per second. Okay, so we are back here at the workbench, just going over our target. Again, here was our control group of the Shooter's World Heavy Pistol. It's not the greatest charge of all time. That's why I'm kind of looking for a new one. But anyways, we're kind of stacking them in the same hole there and a couple here and there. Horrible numbers on the chronograph. Average of 1508, spread of 113, and a standard deviation of 26. And now this was the 312160. I was only able to spot 8 of them hitting the paper. And you saw during the range trip, 2 of them I wasn't able to see hitting the dirt on the berm. And we can see our spreads here are the ugliest of the day. Average of 1599, extreme spread of 299, and a deviation of 116. Ouch. So moving on to our ideal 311-329. We had 13 grains of 4227. Pretty good numbers here on the chronograph. Average 1453. 28 for extreme spread and a deviation of 8 feet per second. Very nice. We also had one of our best groupings of the day, just stacking them all in right on the center. I pulled this one low, I'm sure. And there was 11 shots there. Our fourth group, this is probably going to be my new sort of plinking load. I'm still going to keep playing with it a little bit just to get those velocity numbers a little tighter. Once again, we can see a very nice group with our 14.5 grains. Average of 1500, extreme spread of 102, and standard deviation of 59. Once again, not the prettiest numbers on the chronograph, but it seems to be able to consistently group up, so that's what we're looking for. And finally, the Lee 309-230 modified mold here. Once again, we're still getting these tail swipes. We're still not able to stabilize these bullets. So probably done with this project as far as trying to get these work. However, we did have some very nice numbers on the chronograph, 1255 average, 17 on the extreme spread, and 6 for the standard deviation. It looks like it wants to group them together, but it just can't throw them straight out of my gun, so bummer. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this range trip with the 300 Blackout and cast bullets. We're going to keep playing with this one. I'm going to go up a little bit or down a little bit. Maybe we'll see how low we can go and still have function. Anyways, just another fun range day with different projects going on. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you enjoy this sort of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also support us over on patreon.com/dummyround. We will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.